just when you thought it was safe to go back to the lake. As requested by movie club member Brian over on my Patreon, here is my review of Piranha DD. Maddie, played by Danielle Panabake, returns home from grad school to discover that the wholesome water park her late mother owned has been turned into Sodom and Gomorrah by her sleazy stepdad. But, like angels in the Old Testament, the ravenous piranha are about to get biblical on them and turn the water park into a smorgasbord. Ah, 2012. What a simpler time it was. A time when a movie like this could get a release and no one would bat an eye at it. A movie chock full of gratuitous TNA and tasteless juvenile humor. A movie whose only agenda is to entertain. And entertain it does. When your film opens with Gary Busey and Gulager trudging through a lake in search of a flatulent cow carcass, and Busey belts out a line of dialogue like, "That smell had knocked the buzzards off a gut truck," you get a pretty good idea of what's in store from there on. Then we're introduced to Maddie and her stepfather, played by David Koechner. Koechner has turned his late wife's family water park into what he's calling the Big Wet. He's replaced the lifeguards with strippers. Water certified strippers, that is. He's even installed underwater cameras, so not to miss anything. So yeah, Piranha DD is a horror comedy with an emphasis on comedy. Although there are some moments that blend the two together wonderfully. One in particular focuses on a young man and woman who are making love for the first time. Unfortunately for the young man, he's not the only thing inside of this young woman. See, the two had gone swimming the night before, and during the course of their night swim, a baby piranha swam up her, you know. Anyway, the baby piranha isn't happy that its space is being violated and decides to... Have you seen the movie Teeth? It's a little like Teeth, only the baby piranha remains attached to the guy's member even after he's extracted it. And how does he choose to remove the piranha from his member? He cuts it off with a knife. Then David Hasselhoff shows up. David Hasselhoff plays David Hasselhoff. A washed-up David Hasselhoff who's making a personal appearance at the water park as his character from Baywatch to be an honorary lifeguard and to pick up chicks. And he's much better at the latter than the former. Alexander Aja's Piranha 3D from 2010 was a highly entertaining horror comedy with a great cast, lots of laughs, and buckets of blood and gore. Aja's film does an excellent job of balancing humor and horror without ever taking itself seriously. The piranha actually felt like a threat because the aftermath of their attacks were gruesome. The feeding frenzy toward the end of 3D features some gnarly special makeup and gore effects courtesy of Gary J. Tunnicliffe. And even the CGI gore ain't bad. DD lacks the bloodshed and gore of the first film, which is a downer. And the emphasis here is far more on the comedic. While I missed the carnage from the first film, I rather enjoyed the juvenile gutter-brained humor here. The cast overall is also good. Casting David Koechner in the role of the pervy stepdad was right on. I just wish they would have given him a little more to do. Danielle Panabake is good in the lead, but the Hoff steals the show. Every scene he's in is gold. Particularly when the feeding frenzy inside the water park commences and people are asking, nay, begging him for help. But he's the Hoff. He's got better things to do, like looking good. Christopher Lloyd reprises his role from 3D as a wacky scientist who's fascinated by the piranha, and Ving Rhames returns as well, this time with a bad case of PTSD and Lieutenant Dan legs. Lieutenant Dan legs with double-barrel shotguns attached, that is. Never leave home without him. The movie is directed by John Gulager and written by Marcus Dunstan, Patrick Melton, and Joel Soisson. Gulager directed the Feast movies that Dunstan and Melton directed and Soisson produced. I haven't seen any of the Feast sequels, but I did see the original and remember liking it. So if you're a fan of Feast, I think you'll dig Piranha DD. Piranha Double D is a silly, dumb fun, and entertaining horror comedy that doesn't strive to be anything more than a silly, dumb fun, and entertaining horror comedy. And that in and of itself is kind of refreshing. I say check it out. The movie is available right now to watch for free on Tubi. Big shout out to Movie Club member Brian for requesting that I review Piranha Double D. Thank you for your review request, and thank you for being a patron. I appreciate your support. If you have a review request for me, follow the link in the description or head over to patreon.com/Pizzal and join the Movie Club today. Aside from review requests, you can also get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly patron-exclusive live streams, get cameo-style shoutouts from Jeremy and I, and a lot more. Again, the link to my Patreon is in the description. If you've seen Piranha Double D, please let me know your thoughts on the film down in the comments section below. Also, let me know your thoughts on the Feast series while you're down there. Should I check out parts 2 and 3? Let me know. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Thank you to all my patrons and channel members. I appreciate your generosity and support of my channel. Become a patron today and have a say in what content appears on my channel. Join me for monthly live streams and much more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.